Let me show you all display settings that we have available on the Samsung Galaxy A27. So the first thing that we can do is just open settings, and then here we should be able to easily find display settings. At the top we have the selection of the light and the dark mode, so you can choose whichever you like the most. You can also go to dark mode settings in order to create a schedule for the dark mode, so the phone can automatically switch between the light and dark mode at a given time. We also have a brightness setting, so you can adjust the brightness of the screen, and also we have the adaptive brightness, which is the automatic brightness, which of course changes the brightness of the screen depending on the light of your environment that you are in at a given moment. We have motion smoothness, where you can choose if you want to use up to 120 Hz, or if you prefer to save battery and use 60 Hz instead. Also, we have the eye comfort shield, which is pretty much the blue light filter, which applies this orange filter onto your screen so that your eyes are protected at night, especially if you're looking at the screen and, for example, if you read something. Besides that, we have the selection between the adaptive mode and the custom mode, and the custom one allows you to adjust the color temperature, so you can adjust the intensity of that filter, and also we have the option to create a schedule, so just like in the case of the dark mode, you can choose when this mode should be automatically enabled and disabled. We also have the screen mode, where we can choose vivid or natural colors for our screen. Vivid definitely looks slightly better in my opinion. There is also the white balance, so we can apply cooler or warmer colors on your screen, or you can even go to advanced settings in order to make some additional manual adjustments here and there. Now, besides that, we also have the font size and style. So here we can choose the style of the font, so the font that you want to use on your phone. You can also toggle the bold font. If you want to make it thicker, then you can easily do so. And here we have the slider to adjust the size of the text, so you can make the text bigger or smaller on your phone. We also have screen zoom, which changes the size of pretty much every user interface element on your screen, so you can make everything much bigger in case you need that, of course, for easier access or something. Besides that, we have the camera cutout settings, so you can decide if the camera cutout should be shown or hidden in specific apps of your choice. Besides that, we also have screen timeout setting, where you can choose after what time of inactivity the screen should be put automatically to sleep. Now, ideally, you want to use either 15 or 30 seconds, because it saves the battery, of course, but if you want to, you can set up more, although most of the time we don't need more than 30 seconds, and if the screen is about to time out, you can just simply tap on this screen in order to refresh that timer. There is also this option over here, keep screen on while viewing, so if you're looking at this screen all the time, and then the display won't be put to sleep, even if the timer runs out and it is supposed to put the screen on the timeout. Besides that, we have the easy mode, which makes everything bigger, like text and on-screen elements. It also increases the touch and hold delay to prevent accidental actions, and also provides a high contrast keyboard for better readability. So if you need that mode, then of course you can turn it on quite easily over here. We also have edge panels over here, so we have a quick access to certain apps, or even the whole app drawer, in case you want to have the app drawer always available without having to close an app. If you go to edge panels, you can also customize the handle, which is of course here on the right side by default. You can change its color, transparency, and the size, and also you can put it to the left side if on the left side if you of course need that. There is also the customization of panels in here as well. Besides that, we also have the navigation bar settings, so you can use buttons or swipe gestures for navigation. And if you go to more options, in the case of swipe gestures, we have the gesture sensitivity. In the case of buttons, we have the button order, so you can choose where the back button should be positioned. There is also the circle to search feature, which we can easily toggle over here in these settings. Besides that, we have accidental touch protection and touch sensitivity, which increases the touch sensitivity, which is especially useful if you install a screen protector and if you notice that this screen is not as responsive as before applying this screen protector, so it might be very helpful in that situation. There is also the information about charging, which can be shown when over here we can read that it shows the battery level and estimated time until full when the screen is off. So yeah, so if you need that information available, then of course you can easily turn it on over here. And we have the screen saver, which can be shown when you start charging your phone. So if you wish to have a screensaver, then you can set it up over there. And that is pretty much everything that we have available in display settings. That's pretty much it. So leave a like and subscribe.